Hello, my name's Anne Charles. I'm the Director for the Masters in Teacher Education. This is an online part-time Masters in Teacher Education and you have to actually be an on-the-job teacher educator working with learner teachers, whether they're beginning teachers or experienced teachers. So how does the course work? We actually begin face-to-face in the first year in August in a residential where we ask all of the Year 1 students to come together to meet and to get to know each other, and during that week we introduce the key elements of the course, we introduce you to each other, we introduce you to the supervisors or the tutors on the course, and all the tutors on the course are really experienced and expert teacher educators and researchers. So after the residential week you then return to your own jurisdictions where you're practicing teacher educators and you're working on the job, and the formal start of the course, the online part of the school course, starts in October. And you'll be working, as I say, with that smaller study group, and you're going to be marrying together the teacher education research literature, the academic literature, with small inquiry tasks in your classroom. So for the first task that you'll be asked to do in October, we'll ask you to interview your learner teacher, whether they're a beginning teacher or an experienced teacher, get to know them, observe them. You do that task and then you share it online, and your study group asynchronously comment on your inquiry task. They look at it and they pick up questions, and then the whole study group with the study group supervisor actually then have a synchronous online meeting on Teams where all the issues and challenges that came up from that first task are put together. So the course in the first 3 terms is lots of these academic literature, doing an inquiry task, sharing it with your study group, meeting together to discuss the key issues, and all of those tasks and the readings all feed into the 3 assignments in the first year. So we don't just leave you to write independently, we do support your writing. So that's the first year. And then in the second year, it's your choice. You are going to decide what you're going to do. You've got to do an intervention in teacher education to change and make teacher education better in your context. So just to give you 3 examples. Example number 1, we've got a mentor working with their beginning teacher to make their beginning teacher more reflective, but also to develop their own mentoring skills. So that's a one-to-one situation. Then we've got a teacher educator working with their whole department on developing their practical skills. And in the third example, we've got a teacher educator in a university working to develop the observations they're using for their learner teachers to make observation more effective to help the learner teacher. Now, you not only do the intervention, you've got to research its effectiveness. So that, in a sense, is what the residential week is for. It's to give you the research skills you need to research the effectiveness of that teacher education intervention, but the choice you have is entirely yours. The world is your oyster. I hope you can see that. But you also get a supervisor who you work with one-to-one. We also have support group meetings, so every 2 or 3 weeks the whole course comes together at various times and shares what they're doing, the highlights and the lowlights of doing research and doing the intervention. The final area, I've talked about how diverse a group you are. Well, we also form interest groups. So this year's group, we've got an interest group in initial teacher education, we've got an interest group in further education, we've got a social justice interest group, we've got a subject interest group. You choose which one you want to be part of, you choose the agenda, and you meet once a term to discuss and talk about the issues that your interest group is particularly interested in. And this year we're very lucky that we've decided to bring back volunteer alumni, 29 of them from previous years, and we're all sitting together in August and trying to develop a book proposal about how the teacher educators on the course have learnt and teach in a collaboration with each other. So it's an ongoing and enduring course, and we hope that you will be happy to join us.